and I was part of that right away. Did a lot of transports at that time, I recall, a lot of different situations. Then the need came for a wheelchair lift van, and that is the vehicle that we started parking in the garage then. I'm requesting this for the convenience of the volunteers. The vehicle is not that new of a vehicle that I'm concerned about it getting scratched or the sun beating on it or anything like that. It has had 3/4 of its life already, but and especially the winter months, we'd be willing to leave it out in the summer or spring, summer, and fall, and it's actually more convenient for the volunteers to do their runs with the vehicle right by the senior center. If you can come up with any suggestions or ideas, I'd appreciate it. We did search in the Pulaski area. We just can't go out of town very far because that's a big inconvenience for volunteers too. I don't know where out of town we could go for a building. I really don't know what else to tell you, but it would be very much appreciated by the folks that drive this vehicle.
For a small community to have this kind of service is pretty incredible. I would hate for this service to walk away from here. My biggest concern was we've got some equipment in there that of course we need to have when we have a water break, which we had today, and we had one last week as well over on Flora Street.
Thursday to Wednesday.
So
that night.
so of course that equipment, I'm picturing this little maybe it's a 4x8 trailer.
It's on a snowmobile trailer right
Okay.
now with the shoring all set up
Yeah.
and all the tools in it.
I was peeking in the windows. It looks like we got plenty of room to move that up front. And my concern is one or the other, but I think we've got plenty of room for the van and the trailer to be accessible with a little bit of moving around. So I retract my statements. We do have the space. And if it's something that Bill can be comfortable seeing that we won't get sued if this place burns or collapses, or if we damage that van.
Yeah.
As long as Bill gives our liability a break, I'm in full support of it. I think it's something that we can and should do.
Okay.
Well, I can remember when it started. Ron Krieger was president at the time, and Rose Andre was running the senior.
Rose Andre, yeah.
Yeah. And she come in, and Ron said, well, what will you give us? And she offered $10 a month at that time. Now, I don't know if that kept on or if that quit or... So,
No.
and that was the agreement. They said, okay, you can take it for $10 a month as long as we don't need it.
To have some kind of contract.
No,
and-
we had nothing. It was just
Going forward, I'd like to see a contract with some waiver of liability as well as some fee. It doesn't have to be a gouge, but contract and fee kind of go hand in hand.
Sure.
So,
Well, I know, like, I was driving for meals, and I had it, they wanted my insurance and everything down at the center to make sure I was licensed and stuff to do that, so.
Yeah.
And they do a background check.
so they're taking care of themselves, but to make sure we're protected
Right.
too. Like I said, collapse, fire, whatever might happen.
Is that fee on our list here?
It isn't on the list. It isn't on the list.
I kind of agree with Doug. He said too. It is an important part. Roger was part of that for a long time, and all the volunteers dedicate a lot of time for the service for the people that can't get around that can stay in their house yet. If they didn't have the service, that might not be possible. If you get everything set in order and Joey found a spot and it's not inconvenience, I don't have a problem with it either. I think it would be a definite asset to this community.
We definitely will get a charge from Bill when he drafts any waiver of liability. So I'd like to see that fee, whatever it is, covers that paperwork,
Well, I guess it's up to the board. I was gonna ask Karen something here too. I'm gonna have to get off track a little bit, but on the bottom of every agenda here, you have any person wishing to attend due to disability and special accommodations should contact the village clerk. If somebody would call and say, yes, I'm coming with a wheelchair, or say, I don't have a ride, is that something the village would do, or?
Not a ride.
Not a ride.
Not a ride?
I would
just-
ask what time they're coming, and I would open the door for
Door.
them and
Oh,
have somebody help. I probably have Chief Mark also, that he would witness it, so nobody could accuse me of anything also.
okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Because we have that for elections. It's called curbside voting.
Oh,
If somebody can't walk or, they have problems, 2 poll workers and myself, we will go out to their car and then take the ballot for them.
Oh, really?
That they can vote out in their car instead of coming in. I think all the times that I've been clerk, we had one person that was with the older Robert Erden.
uh-huh.
That's the only
Robert
one
E.
that we've ever had.
Well, I guess it's up to the board. I don't know if we have to have a motion to,
You'd have to refer to the committee of the whole.
You'd have to
Right.
refer it to the committee of the whole.
okay.
I'll make that recommendation that we refer it to the committee of the whole.
All right.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and second, any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Anything else? Communications, the Planning and Zoning Commission will be meeting Wednesday, December 20th, 2017 at 5 PM at the Pulaski Village Hall. Tri-County Fire Department has their meeting tomorrow night at 7 PM. And the regular board meeting for the Village of Pulaski is set for Tuesday, January 9th at 6 PM at the Pulaski Village Hall.
Reed, you mentioned most likely week of January 15th for the committee of the whole. The 22nd, the following week on that Monday, I've been asked to judge a speaking competition at the high school.
Okay?
Is it too early to set that, or do we need to wait till the
Well,
regular
you
board
know,
meeting in January?
You've got the week of the 15th, the week of the 22nd. As long as it's early in the week of the, like the 22nd and 23rd, it gives Karen a little bit of breathing room to get the minutes done for the
The
February
regular
board meeting. That's why I like.
What, do you just got the 22nd, Doug?
Yeah,
that
just the
date?
22nd.
23rd work?
I'm good with the
Call
23rd.
meetings, doesn't have to be a Monday, no.
Yeah. I don't think I have anything.
Does it make sense to wait until the regular board meeting in
Well,
order to set?
If you know, because our meeting is until the 9th, in case somebody wants to come, then Karen's got a date, she can tell them
Right.
without less than a week's notice.
Is everybody comfortable with the 23rd?
I
Yeah,
I
works
have
for
no
me.
problem with it.
Sure.
I'd rather know now.
Yeah,
I'd rather know now.
and 5 o'clock?
Yep.
Sounds good.
Awesome, thanks, guys.
Okay, then if nobody has anything they want to bring up, I will entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
By Roger. Second by Bob Gieske. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? All are adjourned.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas,
Yeah,
everybody.
Merry
Thank you for all your cooperation over the past. I hope you'll continue.
Keep working on it. Keep working on it.